So Mishnah 21, 5th parak, 21st Mishnah. Kol hamazka et harabim. Anyone who's mazka, who's zocha, who brings merit to the rabim, to the general population. Ein chet ba al yado. Sin doesn't come from his hand. You don't cause problems, right? If you make the whole community meritorious, then you don't have to worry that there's going to be a mistake or a flaw in the system, and you'll blow it, right? And you'll bring other people to sin. V'kol hamachati et harabim. But a person who brings the rabim, the public, to sin, ein masfikin biyado also tshuva. It will not be put into his hands the ability to do tshuva. You can't bring the whole crowd to destruction and then say, "Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't mean it," and come back to connect to God. It's a flip side. Right? Moshe zacha v'zicha et harabim. Moshe, right? So he had merit, right? He did good, but he also brought other people to do good. Zechus harabim tulu yabo. And so the zechus, the good that the others did, accrue to his merit, right? And it says, Tzikas Hashem hasa mishpatei, right, im Yisrael. And he did meritorious acts with Israel, right? And his laws, they brought the whole Jewish people. Everything we have is based on him. So he gets lots of credit. He's Moshe Rabbeinu. Like we just talked in the last Mishnah. I want to be Moshe. He did a fine job of being Moshe Rabbeinu. His job, and he wasn't about, can I be powerful? Can I, I want to be the boss. It's, the boss says, here's what you got to get done. He went and got it done. But he wasn't about himself. It was, again, his focus is on truth and L'Shem Shemayim and connection to God, and he brings the whole nation to connect to God. It says Yerovam ben Navat, right? Yerovam, Jeroboam, Jerry. Chata v'chachati et harabim. He sinned, and he made the population sin. It says Chata harabim tului bo, right? The sin of the people fall on him. Right? And it says, for the sins of Yerovam which he committed, and he caused Israel to commit. He gets destroyed. So who is Yerovam? You have to look at him for a second. So he is the counselor, right, to Shlomo HaMelech. Shlomo HaMelech is a reasonably smart guy. Right? Wisest man ever. And he picks Yerovam as his advisor. Smart, righteous, holy, powerful, upstanding, good man. So Shlomo Melech makes the mistake of passing away. Right? He can only live so long, and in the end, he comes to the end and he dies. So his son, Rehoboam, becomes the king. Mm-hmm. Now, Shlomo Melech was a very powerful guy, and he liked to build. He built the temple, he built Jerusalem, he did lots of building. So that involves tremendous taxes. Not only taxes of money, but taxes of manpower. Right? Thousands and tens of thousands of people sent on 3-month working shifts into the forests of Lebanon, right? To cut, giant redwoods, to cut cypresses, to bring for his building projects. And it's money, and it's farms, and taxes, and levies. Pretty stiff taxes. But people put up with it because he was Shlomo Melech, right? He's kind of proven himself to this point. So when he passes away, and Rehoboam takes over as king, Yerovam says to, right? Jerry says to Ricky, Jerry says to Rehoboam, Yerovam says, listen, my advice to you is back off on the taxes. Bring everything down a level, give the people some freedom and some breathing room, let them get used to you, show them who you are, and then you can establish your legacy and your programs. And Rehoboam says, nothing doing. He says, you think my father knew how to tax? Watch what I can do. Right? And he squashed them. Increased everything. He pushed hard. He wanted to build his legacy. He wanted to show he's a bigger man than his father ever was. So the people rebelled. So who leads the rebellion? Yerovam. He goes north, and they split the country. 10 tribes go with Yerovam. Basically 2 tribes end up with, right, Rehoboam. 2 tribes loyal to Jerusalem and 10 tribes in the north that are no longer loyal to the king, that are now loyal to Yerovam. and he's a wise guy, right? He sees the wisdom of splitting, of pushing Rehoboam, but once he has power and once he has position and once he's stated, here's who I am and here's what's what, he kind of likes it. So he says, you know what? And then he realizes, I got a problem. The pilgrimage festival, the festival is coming, Chag is coming. So if I go to Yerushalayim, he's going to be sitting on his throne, and I'm going to be standing next to him, and people are going to look at me and look at him and realize he's really the king and I'm not. And they're going to disrespect me and I'm done. So I can't go. I can't let anyone go. I'm not letting my people go to Jerusalem anymore. So what he did is he built a golden calf. And he put it, right? God's got a sense of humor. Because what he really did is he built 2 golden calves. And he put one at each gate, one at the northern exit to the country, and one at the southern exit, right, the border between Israel and Judea. And he said, you can no longer go to Jerusalem. And he says, this is your God who took you out of Egypt, right? It takes the exact language, just in case he doesn't get what he's doing. Just in case we miss it. The exact language that they used when they made the golden calf, he says, this is their God who took you out of Egypt, and he makes 2 of them. Because God's got a sense of humor. He wants it to be very clear what mistake is going on here and that it's a mistake. Of course, he doesn't see it anymore. Because he's no longer loyal to truth. He's loyal to his idea. He's loyal to his position. He's loyal to power. He's loyal to what he's built. Right? And we all have a tendency to get that. And he is willing to lead the whole Jewish people to ruin. Right? He's willing to take 10 tribes. Those 10 tribes are gone. Right? The Assyrians come in, march in, kill the kingdom of Israel, drag them all off, and dissipate them off into the world. Right? As far as we know, you got some Afghan tribe that claims to be, the descendants of Benjamin, and you got a tribe in, southern Africa that claims to be that they're gone. Right? I mean, the Assyrians, when they conquered, they took people, they just dissipated you amongst the nations, and they sent new people to go live there. They right? When Yosef takes over in Egypt, he makes every household in Egypt leave their ancestral land and go live someplace else. So that they won't have that connection to the land anymore. The Assyrians take that idea and do it on a national scale. And the whole Assyrian Empire is a scramble. Right? Yeroboam he leads the masses to destruction. Because he's loyal no longer to truth. He's not loyal to God. He's not loyal to truth. He's loyal only to himself. He's loyal to his idea. So we all face that danger. Right? It's easy for me to say, my party, right? I find it interesting, you see, in current politics, there are scientific issues, global warming, whatever, but that people come down on a political basis. That there's no reason why your scientific opinion should align with the political positions of a particular party. If they do, it probably means that you're not thinking, that you're being loyal to your party, not to truth. But it could be that you look at, if there's one or 2 choices, a certain number of people are going to fall in, but you should see a much greater percentage of people whose positions don't match their party position. That don't match, because there's nothing inherent in physics, right, that is a political issue. Maybe you can argue that economics lines up, but even that, not so much, But people are not loyal to truth. They're loyal to their existing position. And that's the greatest danger, right? You lie to yourself. And you destroy everything. Here's a guy who's considered one of the wisest men in the world. Who literally destroys everything. Wipes out 10 of the 12 tribes. Right? Builds 2 golden calves. Destroys everything we had. Because once he had created a position and a story and a party, that's what he was true to. That's where his loyalty lay. He's no longer loyal to truth, no longer loyal to God. Because it was all about him. In all 3 of these Mishnayot, you see these ascending levels of destruction when it's all about me. Instead of being other-centered. Instead of being loyal to truth. Loyal to reality. It's 3 very powerful Mishnayot.